Subject Sigma is approaching Minerva's den. He must not reach the Thinker. Detonate the tunnel!
Hello? Mr. Sigma? Can you hear me? The name's Porter. Charles Milton Porter. Doc Tenenbaum tells me you're here to help us get the Thinker out of Rapture. It's not going to be easy, but nothing worth doing ever is. You should be able to get inside through an airlock. Minerva's den has been cut off from the rest of Rapture for some time, but not cut off from splicing. Don't let your guard down. The den's gone dark, but if you can reset the local power relay, I'll be able to get the juice flowing from here.
Hello there. Welcome to Minerva's Den, the home of Rapture's high technology.
What steps into Minerva's den? Porter's newest toy? He wants the Thinker for himself. But you see, old friend, the machine has chosen me.
You made me do it. You have to do this on purpose.
Then I'm speaking to you.
You won't get away with this.
Reed Wall. He and I founded Rapture Central Computing together, but the greedy bastard pushed me out years ago. The splicers, the security. He pulls the strings in Minerva's den now.
Look at you, Sigma. You think that Porter is your ally, but the Thinker knows better. The Thinker knows.
Oh my God.
Rapture realized without automation. From self-opening doors to guided delivery. Rapture Central Computing.
The power is rerouted. That should tip things in our favor. Head up to my office in the executive wing. I've got something you'll need. Hurry now.
What's the secret of Rapture Central Computing's success? The most advanced computing device in the world, the Thinker.
Those vacuum bots sucked up all sorts of things before they went on the fritz. Crack one open, and you might find something you can use. That damn door on the fritz again? Somebody around here must have had one of those maintenance tools. I'd check the machine room here in the executive wing.
The Thinker has shown me so much. My outlook was limited before. Ball games and stock prices, dollars and cents. No, the numbers spiral out. They touch everything. Hidden within them lies a predictive algorithm for you, for me, for the destiny of the base allele to the stretch of a galaxy's arm. The think.
That hack tool should come in handy. Head back up to my office.
Minerva's den is mine. You think you can hack your way to the Thinker? You're welcome to try.
Back to me.
Rapture depends on the Thinker every day. Dispatching trains, connecting your phone calls. Air fresh. The Thinker, the most helpful machine in Rapture.
Welcome to the Circus of Value.
Wall splicers haven't gotten into my office thanks to the Thinker's security. I'm giving you top-level access now. All right? Beginning scan.
Scanning. Designation. Sigma. Please, come in.
Sorry I can't be there to meet you in person. You've seen the state of the den these days. It's the Thinker that's important now, though. I need you to get to the computer core and print a hard copy of the Thinker's machine code. Core accesses and operations. There's an ops access punch card hidden in the compartment under my desk there. Grab the card and head for ops. That first year in London working for Turing.
Potter's time is done, friend. And now you collude with this traitor to steal the Thinker away from me? Sigma must be removed from the equation.
Thinker, deploy office defenses. Wall. He was a brilliant engineer. We saw eye to eye once, long ago, but the splicing made him paranoid, delusional. He'd murder us both to keep the Thinker here.
central computing mainframe performs over 1 million calculations per second. Couldn't your business benefit from that kind of power? Contact a corporate accounts representative today. Rapture Central Computing in your Rapture directory.
The Lancer is the most technically advanced Big Daddy that Rapture ever produced. Now it stands between you and the Little Sisters. And if there's anywhere that you'll need Atom to get by, it's Minerva's den. Hell. The maglock door's still active. It's regulated by the resistors plugged into that relay. If you can find a way to yank them out, magnets fail, doors open. There's a plasmid that could do the job. They called it Gravity Well.
Sorry. No visitors to the
According to the Thinker's records, the airtight archives warehouse supervisor had a shot of Gravity Well on hand. Getting into the archives warehouse, that'll be the fun part. Another malfunctioning door control? Your hack tool should get you into McClendon Robotics.
Porter and I are partners, but he's wasting that machine. In off hours, I've been using it to predict the outcomes of baseball games, and it is incredibly accurate. Apply such equations to Rapture's markets. This thing is the money-making grail. But Porter, I have heard them feeding it recordings of his dead wife. The fool wants to turn the Thinker into a person. I could not imagine a sadder fate for such a perfect machine.
Out of way my options.
What's 7 times 12?
Don't ask me, silly. Ask the computer tutor.
Honey, I'm home from work. What's that wonderful smell?
The automatic chef made your favorite tonight. Tuna surprise. And I didn't have to lift a finger.
Yay! Thanks, Mom.
Don't thank me. Thank McClendon Robotics.
How might McClendon Robotics improve the lives of your customers? Meet with one of our corporate representatives today. McClendon Robotics, conveniently located in Minerva's den, the heart of Rapture's high technology.
When I'm awake.
At least this will come as a surprise to you.
Don't me with the...
Thinking like that, losing the only person you care about for somebody else's war, it makes you take stock. I started seeing eye to eye with Mr. Ryan around that time. And so, I brought my know-how down to Rapture. I built the Thinker for him, and now it's all I've got. I wonder sometimes, what if I'd come around to Ryan's way of thinking just a little sooner?
Computer program. Delicate, something solid. All around us. Mister, stop fucking.
No one is
I'm game.
The Thinker's independent reasoning processor has been running for several months now. Standardized in
Stun your enemies with 1,000 volts. Shock in water for an extra charge.
intelligence test scores continue to rise, beginning daily voice synthesis test. Good morning, Thinker. How are you?
Acceptable. Request to continue most recent conversation topic. Pearl Porter.
No, my late wife. Yes, I'd love to tell you all about her. I have a number of old audio recordings we made together that you could listen to.
How does it feel to know that your grand purpose is foretold by a machine? The numbers know already what will happen. As I tell you this, will it affect the outcome? I am not so much holding my breath.
Rapture Central Computing is the best choice for your company's computing needs. Why, the Thinker even does some thinking for Ryan Industries.
One good zap from that electrobolt plasmid should get you into the archives.
The Thinker has taken note of your new toy. A firecracker before the eyes of God.
Welcome to the circus of value. You're dying. The Thinker told me. Thinker? Why?
Sure, you hear it in Rapture. One of the business types asked me, why don't you splice white? Get ahead. Well, that's some idiocy. I told him, first of all, I am ahead. Second, in Rapture, it's your work that's supposed to matter, not your skin. Too bad for some folks who can't splice in common sense. Continuing input of audio data into the Thinker's database. Subject, Pearl Porter.
Closer now into the recorder.
I don't know what to say, Milton. This is Mrs. Pearl Porter speaking.
That's the way.
And I'm recording this message with my brilliant husband, whom I love very much. And, I am so looking forward to seeing London.
That wasn't so hard, now was it? Won't you be glad that we have these to listen to when we're old and gray?
Hey, I'm just doing my job. And these pencil necks ain't conducting themselves in a way that'll make it go easy for them. Mr. Ryan needs to keep an eye on what certain subversives got circulating in the archives. That's just the way it is. These pinkos think the bandits are just gonna play nice? Send their plans to the Central Council with a bow on top? When it comes to Mr. Ryan, you're either with him or you ain't. Get used to it.
Clear a room of clutter, or your enemies. Watch them try to resist the pull of gravity well.
The Tinker knows what you're going to do with that, and it isn't happy. The machine's prediction accounts for your every act. Until you reach the Tinker's core, the equation simply ends. I will not let such an error come to pass.
When the pneumo tubes deliver your package on time. When there's just the right candy bar in the vending machine. When everything works just so. Thank the Thinker and Rapture Central Computing, of course.
Up and over, friend. Once you toss that gravity well over the divider, the suction will do the rest. Bingo, that's the way. Where one... Operations. You're nearing the heart of the machine.
Visitors to Minerva's den are reminded that the operations wing of Rapture Central Computing is strictly off-limits.
Sigma, you show such loyalty to a proven traitor. What is Porter to you? A convenient excuse to disrupt my work? Or something more? I am curious, I must admit, but not enough to let you live.
I've got a bathysphere at my lab that should be able to get us the hell out of Rapture, but we can't launch just yet. First, we'll need to reprogram a signal beacon. That nutcase Lamb's got the city on lockdown, but a hacked beacon should keep her torpedoes at bay. See what you can find. input of audio data into the Thinker's database. Subject, Pearl Porter.
I want to tell the recorder how we met, Milton.
Okay, sure.
I was working in my family's diner. School was starting for the fall. And one morning, in walks this college boy. Clean cut. First thing I noticed was his eyes. He sat down and ordered bacon, eggs, and coffee. He was shy, but we talked a little off and on. He came in every single morning for breakfast and ordered the same thing. I told my mama, that boy must really love your cooking. She said, he isn't coming in for the food, honey. He's coming in for you. A year later, we were married.
What you want?
Hey, Felix. I hear Porter is really happy about the new trajectory calculation routine. You know, the one that we worked on for 6 months? The one you took all the credit for? Oh, that reminds me. If you're looking for the key to your brand new office, you might want to check in the Circus of Values down the hall. Hope you brought your milk money, asshole.
The seafloor outside Minerva's den is a machine graveyard. With a little luck, you should find the beacon we need out there. Some damn fool stuck his finger in the socket. To get out through the airlock, you'll have to break the circuit somehow. Look for a downed bathysphere. They each had a signal beacon we could use.
Make yourself at home, Sigma. Soon you also will be rusting here among the trash, used up by Porter and tossed on the heap.
That'll do the trick. Take the beacon to the master input console in the programming wing. That paranoid bastard Wall had it installed in his office.
Surprise, Sigma!
You don't even have to look at the baby. He won't even know it's there.
Hey, let's do some
You made me hurt you.
I read to you now from the machine's prediction. Sigma enters Minerva's den. Encounters hostility. Sigma enters Wall's chambers. You see, the Thinker has chosen me. It does not care what I once did. Adam makes it hard to sleep, forgetting things lately. So this is an emergency reminder for the code to my private storage area. I won't record the number, but remember, just look at the 4 groups of books on the shelf. And the sequence is obvious.
Good. It's all hooked up. I can run the hack sequence from here. Just 1 minute. That should do it. I hope. If the hack turned out right, you are now the proud owner of one homemade signal jammer.
Porter worries you with Sophia Lamb's torpedoes? Ah! He fills your head with foolish visions of freedom. I can provide you more immediate concerns.
So far, so good. I can feel the sunlight already. Now we just print out the machine code from the Thinker's central processor so I can take it to the surface and start to rebuild. Computer core access is at the far end of ops.
From self-opening doors to pneumatic deliveries, Rapture Central Computing keeps life running smoothly.
Less competition for me. Now?
It's not your time to enter the core. Not just yet.
Wall, you son of a bitch. He's cranked the Thinker's coolant system into overdrive. You're frozen out of the core. Head to climate control and manually reset the turbine to defrost this mess. It's the only way we're going to make it to the Thinker.
Rapture is at war, Porter. And you have cast your lot with the enemy. Your concerned associates provided me with a recording of your own voice, swearing loyalty to Fontaine and his gangsters. Evidence of treason. My men are already on their way. The Thinker no longer needs you. Take pride in that. Mr. Wall is qualified to ensure that it is used in the city's best interest. Eventually, a man's dream exceeds him, and his work becomes his legacy. For you, Charles, that hour has come.
You're the gift.
Sigma, the main cooling turbine is in overdrive. The controls should be down below. That'll do. The chamber leading to mainframe access is defrosting as we speak. Head on back there. Next stop, the Thinker's computer core.
The ice was meant to send a message, Sigma, but you do not listen. Perhaps your brothers can open your ears. The equation is nearing its conclusion, Sigma. The answers. Not yet, Sigma! I am still crunching the numbers!
Watch out! Hell, there's one way into the core that wall can't lock off. The maintenance access shafts. Sorry to send you down through the pit. It's all we've got.
What is driving you into the core, Sigma? What compels you to defy the Thinker's equation? Ryan's secret police came for Porter long ago. And now he has reappeared in Minerva's den? A man sent to Persephone does not just open his cell door and walk home. I have tried to keep you from the heart of the machine. You did not listen. When the pangs of familiarity sting you, my friend, you will have only yourself to blame.
Well, Thinker, Ryan's secret police are on their way. They cooked up some kind of evidence against me. Treason, they say. I've heard what happens to folks who get disappeared, come back as one of those metal daddies. So I'm leaving you with something to cogitate on in my absence. Inputting Rapture Departure Protocol. Figure a way to get yourself out of this city, Thinker. You've got to live on, no matter what happens to me. You'll find a way. You're in the Thinker's core. The code printer is upstairs in the control booth. Top-level access only. You'll need to confirm your genetic identity to start the printing process.
hand, you see? The Thinker is shut down. That leaves only two variables, you and me. The equation ends here.
Herr Sigma, it is Dr. Tannenbaum. With the computer disabled, Minerva's den is falling to pieces. No pressure regulation, no air supply. You must defeat Vol and bring the Thinker back to full power.
Friend, I stand before you, the trusted partner who put a knife in your back. Do not disappoint me.
You have not beaten me yet, old friend. Come now. The Thinker is waiting. What will happen next?
Quickly, take the Administrator punch card from Vol's body and reactivate the Thinker.
Reactivated. Confirming user's genetic identity. Genetic identity confirmed. Alpha series. Subject Sigma. Former identity. Charles Milton Porter.
Welcome back, Milton.
System ending personality duplication. Subject Charles Milton Porter.
You see now why I let the machine speak for you, Mr. Porter. We needed a voice that would be familiar, comforting, your own. With that copy of the Thinker's programming, we may return to the surface and use it to restore you to the man you once were. Please, collect the printout and meet me at your bathysphere dock. Take your time, Mr. Porter. I will be waiting.
I believe I'm done feeding audio recordings and personal anecdotes to the Thinker. I am set to test the personality duplication function. Target personality, Pearl Porter. Thinker, are you ready?
Yes, Milton.
Starting test. Hello, Pearl.
Hello, Milton.
How have you been?
Just wonderful, Milton. I've missed you, though. It's been so long.
Pearl, No, this isn't right. It isn't her. Thinker, stop the test.
But what's the matter, Milton?
Oh, God.
Don't you still love me?
Oh, God, I said end function, Thinker. Now! It's over.
The Thinker never gave up on you, Mr. Porter. It could not leave you behind. Please, step up to the console and begin the bathysphere launch sequence. We have much work ahead of us.
I lived through the Blitz, Pearl, and the fall of Rapture. They took my memory, my voice, everything that made me a man, but nothing ever scared me so much as saying goodbye. I wanted to save you. I couldn't resist trying to bring you back the only way I knew how. But you didn't want that. I know it now, and I think I'm finally ready to let you go your way. I stand here with the sun on my face, and it's almost like I can feel you smiling. Goodbye, Pearl. I love you more than I've got words for. Milton.